In question time, the audience is important. It's carefully selected, and last night we had an audience that was selected from Conservative voters, and Fiona Bruce started the session off by asking if anybody in that audience supported the Rwanda scheme, and not a single person spoke up in favour of it. There were people who muttered about small boats and about crossing safe countries and why don't they stay there. Well, why would anybody be under any obligation to stay there? That actually is almost an irrelevant question. Yes, one would want to encourage people to stay there. But the problem is we have been exporting English as a foreign language for years now and doing it extremely well. People don't necessarily speak French, German, Spanish, Italian, Greek. They speak English. They would want to go to a country where they can use that one talent that they've got, English, where they've been repeatedly told this is the land where dreams can be made. Of course, it's all untrue. This is a land where dreams are lost. But who's to know that? The smugglers and the traffickers are busy peddling their propaganda, and it's significantly more successful than the ridiculous propaganda of Suella Braverman, which is predicated on a deceit anyway. That Rwanda is the place to go. Rwanda is not the place to go. And what we need to do, or what Suella Braverman needs to do, is to divorce one failed policy from another failed policy, and in fact rethink the entire thing. Yes, it's a very good idea for people not to cross the channel. In fact, we should be discouraging people from crossing the channel because we don't want people to be losing their lives and risking their lives. That's number one. Number two, we probably do want to control our borders and to decide who comes into our country and who doesn't. But that means our Home Office needs to be processing its backlog. Number three, we should be, if we want to deal with France, if we want to give France lots of money, we shouldn't be asking France to police our water. We, after all, have renamed it the English Channel, and the French police have proven to be rather desultory in their approach to policing those waters and the beaches. We should instead be operating a series of consulates or offices where the first part of that processing can take place. As for the notion about safe countries, that comes from the Dublin Protocol, which we dumped when we effected Brexit. This is our fault. And because our politicians were too stupid to put a version of the Dublin Protocol in place before signing up for Brexit, in the same way as they were too stupid to sort out Northern Ireland before signing up to Brexit, we have a problem. We have a problem because we have trusted Brexit to a series of very stupid and extremely asinine MPs who are all about waving their slogans and not about doing the hard work. People like Rees-Mogg. People actually like Ian Duncan Smith. The names trot off the tongue, but in the end, that's all they are. They're just names and words. These people do not do the hard work. Liz Truss famously doesn't do the hard work. She wants a summary. Too long, lots of hand waving. But, a hand job is not going to solve this problem. You need more than instructions on where and how to put your hands when you're delivering a speech. You need to know what you're talking about. And the problem that lies behind the small boats issue is the inadequacy of our current MPs, particularly on the Conservative side, and particularly those in office. And I despair of the failure of ministers to actually read their briefs and do their job. I despair.